Hi, Mocha Moms. I've been getting a lot of comments on my blog about hair washing and how often I go before I wash my daughter's hair. And so I thought I'd make a video just talking real quick about it. I used to wash their hair on a schedule, but I've learned that it's more important to examine the hair and let the hair tell me when it needs to be washed. Sometimes that happens earlier than your traditional every 2 week schedule, and sometimes that happens quicker depending on what we're doing. So for me, washing means not wetting the hair. Washing means with shampoo and conditioner and going through the entire process. So that I usually look for certain things when I want to figure out whether or not it's time to wash their hair. I smell their hair. Sometimes when their hair is dirty, it could have a funky, strong, musky odor. I'll wash their hair to get rid of that. I'll wash their hair if I notice that their hair looks even duller than usual. Sometimes when their hair is really dirty, it won't have the same appearance. The styles that I do won't have the same appearance, and so I'll wash their hair for that. I'll wash their hair if I notice flakes on their scalp, if I notice a lot of lint in their hair. Washing in and of itself won't get rid of the lint, but I've learned to brush the lint out while I'm detangling before I wash. Sometimes if the hair is really full of lint, I'll do a quick detangling session where I spritz the hair wet and brush out the lint with my Denman or whatever paddle brush you want to use before I wash the hair. So I guess what I'm saying is nappy hair, we already talked about how the sebum has a hard time working its way from the scalp where it's secreted all the way down to the ends because of the curly, zigzag, broken pattern of our hair strands. And so I'm really cognizant of how much washing can strip the hair, even using gentle shampoos. So I don't really wash their hair more than I wouldn't add shampoo to their hair more than at a minimum of 2 weeks, and sometimes I'll go as much as 3 weeks. If we've been swimming, I'll do it sooner. I'll do it right after they come out of the pool. So just be careful when it comes to using shampoo. Now that doesn't mean that if it was really hot and they were sweating a lot, I wouldn't let them rinse their braids out in the shower. We could do that, or even spritz their scalp with cider vinegar and rinse it out in the shower. In fact, I talk a lot about just letting the steam hit their hair in the shower. Nothing wrong with rinsing the hair as often as needed, and usually just the rinse is enough to get rid of any dried sweat or anything like that. And my girls love sticking their head under the shower, especially when it's hot outside. But as for shampoo and to really get rid of oil and product buildup, I try not to do that more than every 2 weeks, and usually probably more like once a month is how often I apply shampoo. So you'll have to experiment with your daughter. Look at their hair. Pay attention to their hair more than a date on the calendar. Smell it, look at it, touch it, and see how it behaves, and let that be your guide as to whether or not it's time to wash. You may find that you're washing less often, or you may find that you're washing more often, but more important than a date on the calendar is how the hair itself behaves. And I think nappy hair speaks a clear language if we know what to look for. So I hope that helps, and if there are any more questions, please feel free to leave it in my comment section below. And I also wanted to say a quick thank you for those who have subscribed, and thank you for always rating. And let me know what you think. Take care.